children. Today we'll do chapter 15 of your English language book, which is simple, complex and compound sentences. Let us first try to understand what exactly is a simple sentence. Children, a simple sentence contains a subject and a predicate. It also expresses a complete thought. That means the sentence has a complete meaning. Look at the example. The boys went to the park. This sentence has a subject and has a predicate, and it also expresses a complete thought. A simple sentence can also be called an independent clause. Now let us study about compound sentences. A compound sentence is a sentence which has at least two independent clauses. Look at the example. I drink green tea, but they drink coffee. Children, I drink green tea is a complete sentence. It has a subject and a predicate. That means it is an independent clause. The same as they drink coffee. It is also an independent clause. So a compound sentence is a sentence which is made up of two independent clauses. Now let us try to understand what is a complex sentence. Children, a complex sentence is a sentence that has an independent clause and at least one dependent clause. Look at the example. When the cake is brown, remove it from the oven. Children, when the cake is brown is a dependent clause. It cannot stand on its own. It does not have a complete meaning. It depends on another clause to complete its meaning. So, when the cake is brown, remove it from the oven. Remove it from the oven completes its meaning. So, children, a complex sentence has independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. Children, now let us see a video which will further help you in understanding the topic clearly.
Sentence structures. There are three types of sentence structures: simple, compound, and complex. It's important to use each of these structures because it makes our writing more engaging for the reader. Simple sentences. A simple sentence has one independent clause. That is, it has a subject, it has a verb, and it is a completed thought. Here's an example of a simple sentence. Grace opened the door. It has one subject and one verb. Sometimes simple sentences have a compound subject, like in this sentence. The table and chairs need to be cleaned. Simple sentences can also have a compound verb. For example, the boy smiled and nodded. Here is another simple sentence. Even though it's longer, we know it's still a simple sentence because it has one subject and one verb. Compound sentences. Compound sentences are a combination of two or more independent clauses joined together by a coordinating conjunction. Remembering the acronym FANBOYS is an easy way to remember the coordinating conjunctions that we can use to join independent clauses. Here are two simple sentences. Grace opened the door. She looked outside. Let's join them using the coordinating conjunction AND. We have created a compound sentence. Grace opened the door and she looked outside. The sentence has two independent clauses. That is, both clauses are a completed thought with a subject and a verb. Here are some other compound sentences. They each have more than one independent clause and are joined by a coordinating conjunction. Complex sentences. Complex sentences are composed of an independent clause and a dependent clause. Dependent clauses are not completed thoughts. Here is a complex sentence. When he won the award, everyone cheered. This is the independent clause because it has one subject and one verb, and it's a completed thought. This clause is a dependent clause because even though it has a subject and a verb, it's not a completed thought. Let's look at another example. Now that I have saved up, I can buy a bike. This is an independent clause because it has one subject, one verb, and is a completed thought. This is a dependent clause because it's not a completed thought. The dependent clause can go at the end of the sentence, like this, or it can go first in the sentence, like this. Notice that if the dependent clause begins the sentence, we use a comma to separate the clauses. See if you can work out the structure of these sentences. Carl knew lots about monkeys. That's right, it's a simple sentence. It has one subject and one verb. Let's try another one. Although Matt was running late, he seemed relaxed. That's right, it's a complex sentence. It has an independent clause, which is a completed thought, and a dependent clause, which isn't a completed thought. One more. He was hungry, so he ate. It's a compound sentence. It has two independent clauses. They are both completed thoughts, joined using the coordinating conjunction so. Identifying different sentence structures is easy. EasyTeaching.net.
Children, I hope you have understood the topic well. In case there is any doubt, you can ask your teachers when you meet in the Zoom class next. Till then, bye. Have a nice day.